what are some like improvisation techniques that we can actually implement? Because I feel like I could play the basic chords with the melodies, but like how can I begin to like just improvise to where it sounds, just a lot better than just if I'm doing a 2-5-1 instead of just doing those three chords, like how can I make it sound, a little better?
Good, 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 good. That's a great question. All right, so improvisations, the way I like to think about improv is twofold: rhythm, and melody, right? So when you're improvising, think about it that way. So if if you say you're in the key of C and you're doing a 2-5 to say go to 6 instead of, first think about how you can add some rhythmic characteristic to it. The way you start to add rhythm to it is to start breaking up the chords. So you can go. So all I did was just so I'm thinking about the notes of the chord and I can break them up. But in addition to breaking up the notes of the chord, you have neighboring tones that you can introduce into that chord. So that, all of those are neighboring tones. So then you have that little nice melodic line. And your melodic line needs to have what we call a direction. And the direction of the melodic line is twofold. When you're running a melody, it either needs to resolve to the chord that you're currently on or the chord that you're going to. In this case, because it's a quick progression, my melodic line ends on the next chord, a tone of the next chord. Now I could have ended that melodic line on any note within this chord. Any of those would have worked. So then you have option. I could have done that too. So that's in its nutshell, that's where you want to start. Break up the chords to add rhythm to it, and then see if you can introduce little neighboring tones, stuff that doesn't require you to go too far outside the scope of what you're currently playing. And then from there, you can expound. But that's the basis of it. And it's really a creative process. There's no wrong or right. In this process, also, you want to ensure that you're keeping timing, right? So you can't mess with the time when you're adding these improvisatory notes. You still have to keep count of the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So whatever amount of notes you want to play, it must fit within the timing. And then from there, all you have to keep chord tones and scale tones. Ensure that you're playing notes of the chord or playing notes of the scale. Those are literally the only tools you need for improvisation, because then everything is going to be built on that concept of chord tone, scale tone. And just important, again, to remember that there is no wrong or right. So you don't need to worry about, well, should I or shouldn't I? But rather the question should be, do I like what I hear, or don't I like what I hear?